now begins the search for the water bath canner, because we live in a very tiny town and the likelihood of anybody having one is very slim. So this is going to be fun. Let's start looking. So I'm on stop number 3. Stop number 1 was a store called Fred's. It's in town. It's a little bitty store. I was really hoping that Fred's might have them, because they do sell canning jars. No. So next stop I tried was Co-op. Co-op does not have them. But they said that they might be able to order me one, but it will be really expensive to order. So I'm going to keep looking. Now I'm at the Dollar General store, but I will tell you something sweet about the Co-op. And the guys in there, they are so nice to me every time I come in. They are so, so nice. And they asked, one guy said, what are you getting the canner for? You canning? And I was like, yeah, I've got cucumbers, you know, coming out of my ears. And he was like, oh, you making pickles? Sweeter deal. I said, of course, deal. And he said, well, you might need to bring me some. That way I can taste them and make sure you're doing it right. So more than most likely, I will probably be taking a jar of dill pickles as soon as I have them finished to the guy at the Co-op, because he's so nice. He's been helpful. I don't know if he actually recognizes me every time I come in, but I always have tons of questions and I always bug him somehow. I don't know how that happens, but I always end up bugging him. So I don't know. I'm going to bring him some pickles. So stop number 3, Dollar General store. Let's see if they got it. Never in my life have I been so frustrated. So they don't have any. And I actually called a couple of Walmarts in the next couple towns over. We're talking like I'm going to have to drive 15, 20 miles to try to find one. And the reason I'm so frantic about finding one is I found out that once you harvest your pickling cucumbers, you have like 24 hours to get them canned and pickled. And I harvested them like yesterday, early yesterday morning. So I'm at the 24-hour mark and I've yet to do it. I've put them in the refrigerator just to, because that's what it said to do if you can't get to them at that point. I'm just freaking frustrated right now. Like, where in the world? Why did, and like, what was funny is I called one of the Walmarts that's like 20 miles away. And I said, do you all sell water bath canners? And she goes, what's that? Like, nobody knows what I'm talking about. I've even said, you know, you might have pressure canners. These are water bath canners. It's basically like a big pot with a rack in it. And they're like, we have no clue what you're talking about. So, unfortunately for me, this means I can't just call these places and say, hey guys, do you have this? Because nobody has a freaking clue what I'm saying or what I'm talking about. So I actually have to just drive and go. So now I'm planning to waste my gas and my time and my morning that I could be watching Game of Thrones, because I still don't know what happens yet. Looking for a canner, because nobody has a clue what I'm saying. So this should tell you something, guys. When you start to do things the old way, the old school way, the right way, everybody in the modern world has no freaking clue what you're talking about, and you will get very frustrated. I am very agitated right now. What was that? God, I'm like, really? You just like never heard of canning? She's like, I've never even heard of that. Okay. So, off to the next city. Let's see what we find. Lo and behold, they have them. Yay. I'm so excited now. Okay, after 7, yes, you heard that right, 7 failed attempts to find a water bath canner in my area, I finally have found one at the Walmart in the next town over. It actually was like 23 miles away from my house. Yes. So now I'm headed back home after stopping at 7 stores to find a freaking canner that nobody knew what I was talking about. I actually called the Walmart and they were like, we don't know what that is. And I was like, it's a canner, like to preserve and can food. We don't know what that is. So found a canner, heading home with it. Pretty freaking excited. This thing is a big old bad boy. So I'm gonna can pickles. We're gonna see how that works. Hey, my first attempt. I actually had more. I've only done 4 jars at first, and then I ended up having to go get 2 more jars and make more liquid and more pickling spice and all this other crap, because I didn't realize how many cucumbers I had, but this is just my first harvest of cucumbers, and I have 6 jars of pickles. Yay! So we'll see how this works. As soon as I get it to a rolling boil, I'll start the time, and then I'm excited. Let's hope they all pop. Standing here waiting for the water to get to boiling so that I can put the lid on it and start the timer. And I'm not really sure why I chose today to do this. Number one, I've been running around, as you've seen, all day looking for a stupid canner, and now I have 6 kids in the house by myself. This is probably not a good idea to try it now. So my water bath canning worked. I just got all of these out and every single one of them popped. So I'm so stinking excited. I finally made pickles all by myself. I've canned pickles. So I'm going to let them sit here for the next 24 hours until they're cool enough to actually touch, and then I'm going to label them. And I bought these, I know it's stupid, but I bought these cute little pieces of material that I'm going to put over the top of them, and I'm going to label them and do all the whole thing. So I'm excited. I made pickles.